We are live once again from the Lock Ash Reservoir down in Ambler, PA. You flip the camera, you don't need to see my ugly face. We are going to take in a nice sunrise, at least, and hopefully we'll get some trout. I need to get my supplies from the car and get set up so that we can get fishing. So enjoy the view while I make a few trips to the car. A little bit warmer today. Weather's about 48 degrees. It's overcast. It's going to go up to 70. So it's pretty. It's going to be a beautiful day. Bait. We're going to go with corn on one hook, power bait yellow on another, and power bait red on another. We've got egg sinkers, which is this type of lead, so pretty heavy lead, but I have it rigged so the line can slide through it. So we're going to be looking for real subtle takes this morning. We can get one more thing. All right, I'm back. Got my coffee. Got 3 fishing rods. Today we're going to be casting for distance. We want to get out there. Get the baits in the water and then I'll be back to chat with you guys. We even went with smaller hooks. I'll show you in a second. On 2 of the rods anyway. So I went with I don't know if you can see that. It's not real bright out yet. The light's still, you know, it's early. I got the slip sinker here down to a swivel. And then I went, finding the shorter leader has been more effective on strike indicating. So went with like maybe 10 inches, 12 inches. Smaller hook, probably a 10 or even a 12. And 1 piece of power bait. Let's launch that one out there. See, make sure you guys can see these rods here. Daniel Berry, welcome in. Sunfish King, welcome in. I'm actually going to try to use this stolen stationery from work as a strike indicator here. So I'm hoping that's enough for the eye to pick up, because when they pull that line through that sinker, I want to see that they're on before they're pulling on the rod, because they've been biting so light that by the time the bell goes off, you already missed that hit. So I'm hoping that this little piece of paper that I'm putting on the line will get me, get me aware that there's a fish on before he even knows he's on. I saw you, Bulk. Welcome in, buddy. Got a little bit longer today. I got maybe an hour and a half today. I'm a little more confident on how long it takes me to get to work. I'm gonna go yellow power bait on the middle rod here. Again, we're going with 1 hook, 1 small hook, so 1 egg. Downsized my hooks. See the paper's blowing in the wind already. That may not work. Let's try. If the wind dies down, we'll try that again. That may be a failure already. 3rd rod's going to be sweet corn. And on this one I got the sinker all the way down by the hook and a slightly bigger hook so it can hold 3 kernels of corn. Okay. Drop the camera down a little bit here, bear with me. Going for a short but bumpy ride. That'll work. Templin Acres, welcome in. Good morning to you. Good to see you there. What's going on, Bulk? All right, we're all set up. We're watching rod tips, guys. Went with the one with corn because there are carp in here and bass and sunfish, and trout obviously love corn as well. So that's kind of our mystery rod. We might be able to catch something cool and different there. The other 2 rods are pretty much dedicated to trout, and pretty much only trout hit power bait. You'll catch the occasional sunfish on there, but for the most part you're going to catch trout, which is what we want to catch here. Make sure I know where my clippers are because I can see I forgot my rod. I mean my net. I forgot my fishing net here. I'm going to run to the car. I think I got a net in the car. Bulk, I need you to watch those rods for me. Alright, got my net. Kevin's off from school today. I did not know he was off from school. Guess I missed an email. Today is election day in the United States. Everyone's going to tell everybody to go vote for their style of bozo. We're just going to fish. Sit it out. If you guys were watching yesterday, you already know this, but we're near Philadelphia, so that's the highway that takes you into the city, right behind that tree line. This is about 40 minutes from where I live, but this is actually where I'm supposed to come to work every day. I work down this way, but I rarely show up. I work from my house. It's just a waste of gas and time and everything to go work in an office. Guys, feel free to drop your links, share each other out. Try to support others where I can. I've certainly gotten tons of support. We're only 76 watch hours away as of this morning to monetization. So we're getting close. YouTube will break your heart up and down every day. But I'm gonna try to just keep going until we hit it. Ooh, that rod, did I miss a hit? The rod is shaking a little bit there. I think it's the breeze. Thank you, Templin. I'm not sure I've seen you in the chats before. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. And if I don't know if I'm connected to you, I'm not. My brain doesn't always work. I'm thinking I might not be. So if you leave a comment on a video, I will definitely come back to you and check out your stuff and likely subscribe to you. And if you see that I didn't do that, don't hesitate to comment again because I try to keep up. Awesome, thank you, Templin. Sometimes I try to keep up and just forget, and where the notification leaves, and I'm thinking I'm going to go see it again. But eventually, I will get you. There's Tinkerbell. Welcome in, Tinkerbell. Hope all is well. Good to see you. It's early here. The sun's not up. What time is it where you are, Tinkerbell? See this fish jumping. They're out there pretty far. I hope we got out close enough to them. Sunfish King's in chat. He just put out his video last night on the rules for the 2023-24 Sunfish King Winter League Tournament. So we're excited. 7:41. Okay. Hong Kong, 7:41 p.m. So that's 13-hour time difference. We just lost an hour. We just did our fall back time change here. Very controversial thing these days. I like it. I'm probably one of the few that like it because it gives me the opportunity to do this, fish an hour before work. Otherwise, it would be dark on both sides of my workday. Tinkerbell, don't I have you as a mod? I know you. It's been a long time. What are you doing there in the gray there? I think I just gave you a wrench, Tinkerbell. You can be nice with it. Don't hit anyone over the head with it too hard. Problem with fishing in the morning is you just don't want to go to work. Yay, look better in blue there, Tinkerbell. Get back, feeling generous. Let me go over Templin, take care of Templin here. Okay. See, we get everyone. Yeah, everyone else is in blue. There we go. Yeah, share yourselves out. As long as people don't go crazy, I don't care. Share each other out. Just don't want like spam in there, so no one else gets a chance to talk. That's the only thing I don't like. There's John from the UK. Welcome in, bro. Still early here, 6:41, just waking up. Got my Wawa coffee. Earn more of what you love. I think they mean money though, I don't know. We had a big flock of geese here yesterday. Since they're not here, I'm thinking they might come in and land. Oh, they are out there. They just started yapping when I said that. They're yapping at that crow flying over. You can just see the reflection. They're saying, get away from us. All right, John. Well, feel free to hang out here. We got another hour and 10 minutes before I got to jet out to work. Going to tell you right now, they put 600 trout in here last Wednesday. I know 3 were caught on the Derby Sunday that my son won. 2nd year in a row he's won that. And then yesterday I got intel that there was about 10 people fishing here for a 3-hour time, and during that time 1 trout was caught. So tells me that fishing is very poor, but it also tells me that there's almost 600 trout in this little body of water yet, unless they evaporated. I know they're small this year, that I've heard. State stock small trout. But I'm a cup half full kind of person, I guess, sometimes. I like to be. So I think there's a lot of fish in here that are going to bite soon. Now we failed yesterday, so we've switched baits, switched hooks, switched rigs. So we're going to figure these guys out. There's Sable. Welcome in, Sable. I'm going to hand you your wrench. I've seen you in here before. Just haven't had the opportunity to give you that wrench. I don't know why it won't let me it's being goofy. It won't let me click on you, Sable. There you go. I got it. You got a blue wrench. Good morning to you, or welcome in. Trout fishing. We got corn and power bait on. You just keep an eye on those lines. I'll be right back. That middle rod has a little heavier line, so I wanted to put an indicator on that, so I put a little piece of paper on that one. The other 2 are 4. The one on the right is 4-pound fluoro. The one on the left is 6-pound mono, I believe. My other favorite rod in the fleet got taken by Kevin today since he's off from school. He will be out fishing with his mom today. Tinkerbell, I'm down here close to work, 40 minutes from my house, so I got to go right over to the office after this. He doesn't have school, but there's no way for me to get him back home between this and work. So he will be off from school today anyway, so he'll be fishing with his mom. So don't worry. If he's out on his own, he usually will shoot his releases, get a bunch of released fish, and we'll put shorts out from those. Tinkerbell, we're near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I missed that up there. Um, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's the east coast of the U.S. along the Atlantic Ocean. But we're inland, about 2-3 hour drive to the ocean. So we're fishing a little lake here, a little man-made lake. Yeah, Templin, I like to see a little bit of daylight, even if it's before work. Better than no daylight at all. That was a big fish jump. When I say big, I mean big enough to catch. Yeah, I feel lucky. We have such a great group of people that come into our channel. Enjoy seeing all the different cultures and people from different parts of the world. Shows you how similar everybody is. You take out all the politics and some of the wacky leaders, including us. And I've done a little bit of traveling, enough to know and like see everybody's so similar. Here, fishy, fishy. We just adjusted the clock here 2 days ago on Sunday. We moved an hour back. I think the UK did that maybe a week or two ago because it threw me off. Because one of the channels I'm always watching was always I forget what the hours were, but all of a sudden it changed. Threw me for a loop. They moved before we did. Yeah, John said last week. That sun is about to pop over that roof right there. You might get blinded, but I might keep it up for a minute just so you see the full rise, and then I might have to shift the camera a little bit. Oh, that's awesome, Tinkerbell. You got a Texas boyfriend. Yeah, it's weird. Some states adjust, some don't. And in Texas is Central Time, I believe. So they're like an hour behind us either. So it's probably 5:41 there. Yep. Yeah, so he's 5:50 right now. Exactly. So because he's west of us, so the sun sets in the west, it's later. And then if you go all the way to California, which is on the west coast, or my other state, Alaska, which is even more west, they're 4 hours behind. It's like time traveling. Yeah, when I used to fly out to Alaska, it was always weird because you're flying, you get there and you know, it might be a 7-hour flight, but it's only like a 3-hour difference. It was like you only flew 3 hours, but you were still tired. And then coming back was just crazy. Yeah, you fly like 8 hours, but it would be 12 hours time difference. Where are you? You don't have to give me the exact location, but so you're Central Time in the U.S. It sounds like, Templin. It confuses me. Gotcha. Tinkerbell said they don't adjust the clocks in Asia. They are deciding whether to do away with it or not. For the last decade or so here, they've been arguing over that. Um, and some states, I believe, have done away with it, which makes it even more confusing if you're traveling. There's Ray from Fish Head. He's down in Florida. Welcome in, Ray. So he's in the same time zone as Ray's in the same time zone as us, but a whole different world. Probably already getting a sunburn out there. Ray, I'm probably going to catch the same amount of trout as you are today. This might be oh, there goes the geese. This might be a futile effort today. But hey, maybe we'll catch a carp or something. I don't think there's any quality in here, but a fish is a fish. "15 years, yeah. Trout do not like Florida. They like that cold water, mountain water. Yep, that's right. That's exactly what it is. The night gets longer and longer. Around here, it's like right before Christmas, you hit the shortest, which is like December 25th. Right around that time of year is the longest night. And then after that, even though it's still dead of winter, I always feel like spring's coming because you get a minute back each day or so of more daylight. Oh, there we go. A real light tap there, but that was probably a trout. See if he comes back. I'm happy to support you whenever I can. I try to grab your premieres when they pop up. Even if I can't comment on them, I'll try to at least watch them. Hey, good morning, Joan. Whoa. Ooh, was that a hit? We got a little action here. Ray, I saw that question. We've got corn on the rod all the way to the left, and then power bait on the other two rods. One red power bait, one yellow power bait. These are stock trout, so if they take it deep, which is a good chance with power bait, we'll keep them. Otherwise, I will let them go, because I am going to work, and I'd have to hide them in the company freezer. That's fine, Tinkerbell. I didn't even really notice, to be honest with you. Sometimes, like I said, I'm doing like 5 things at once, and I feel bad because I know people are probably saying hello back to me, and then it looks like I'm ignoring them, but just do what I can do and chat when I can, but I'm not always looking at it. But I usually have it running in the background, especially when I work from home. Fish on, guys, fish on. I think he's a carp. Got ourselves a little carp here. Let me get him off the hook and I'll show him to you guys. There he is, guys. Whoops, sorry, buddy. Get back in the net. Get him a little drink of water. One last look at him. Gonna send him on his way here. Bring that down so you guys can see me release him. That's why we brought corn. Okay. get some more corn on that rod and get it back out there. That was a fun little fight on the ultralight. Thought we had a real good trout there for a second. Go heavy egg sinker down the little leader and corn. Wash my hands again. Can't be rolling in the work smelling like fish. Yep, that was a baby little carp. Yeah, that was a real pretty fish. No blemishes. Good looking little carp right there. Perfect bait size in the US. That's what they'd use. I use that thing for big old cats or throw it in the freezer for fillets. Not today. He gets to swim free today. Yeah, it would have been a monster trout. Hey, there's Chris Bogalese, keeping it real. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Good morning, good morning. You're my good luck charm, I guess. Hooked into that little carp right there. Yeah. Anyone ever see the movie Office Space? So our company's doing all these layoffs and things, and there's a scene in Office Space where he gives up on his job and he rolls into work and he's like filleting trout at his desk. I'm real close to doing that one of these days. I still work hard and do my job, but I just don't really care what my bosses say. I don't care what I look like when I roll into work. It's funny how they expect you to do all these things while they're ready to get rid of you. Comes another squad of geese. Chris, you got any action going on over in the Delaware? Oh, sweet. I'm glad you guys are connecting around each other. Yeah, some great channels in here. We got some great channels coming in. Got 9 people here. 12 thumbs up. If you didn't already give me the thumbs up, I appreciate it. If you did, thank you. That fish was hooked perfectly. That little hook was right in the top lip. I think that was like a size 6 hook. That's the rod that I put the little bit bigger hook on, just so it would hold 3 kernels of corn. I didn't use any. Ooh, that looks like another big hit, did it not? Oh, come on, piece of crap. Piece of crap rod. You guys see that? I went to set the hook and the bail flipped open. It does it. If the line's not just right, it flips up like that. Just can't get a good rod for $18 anymore. That was on a power bait, so I'm sure that was a trout too. Typically with trout though, they would just smash that and swallow that down like it was nothing. They're being so picky here. That was not my finest work right there. Oh well. Hey, there is Kayak Dangaruk. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Danglaruk. I've seen you around. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna give you that blue wrench right now. Feel free to share yourself out. Oh, that's a Ray said he went fishing on his boss's boat once. Man, it would have to be a good boss. I can't imagine doing that with my bosses. I had a boss once that I worked for. He might be in Chad. We were good friends. And we did construction together for a few years. And we always fished together. Oh my gosh. But we got along too good. I didn't want to mess it up with work, so I went my own way. But man, every time it would be bad weather and we couldn't do a job, we'd still show up, and he would like purposely not call out. He would just act like it was a normal day. And it was going to pour rain, and I knew we weren't going to do any work. And I'd show up, and he was like, "Oh, we're going to go fish," like it was your job, you know. We just go fish. It was awesome, though. He was one of the few people that could keep up with me, as crazy as I am with fishing. He was a little bit crazier. Surf rod, the bail flips closed while casting and snaps the line. Yep, $80 junk. Well, I guess $18 junk's better than $80 junk. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. And again, the only reason I've got this reel is this is like the backup reel. Kevin hooked that thing up last night because he wanted to take my good one out with him today. Hard to say now. I'm fishing for 2 hours. He's off from school, so he's going to fish the entire day. So, and I told myself it's simple. Just check the bail, make sure the line's in where it's supposed to be before you set the hook. And I didn't do it, so it's my fault. Got too excited to catch a 10-inch fish. All right, Tinker. Sit here, watch everybody going to work down that highway. One of these days, I'm just going to sit here and keep on watching and not go to work. Had enough. Been working since I was 12. Done with it. So yeah, if you're looking for Kev, he's not out with me today. I'm fishing close to where I gotta work. I'm watching that rod all the way to the left. Something's on that one. It's playing with it. Might be another carp, we'll see. I think if I was able to fish full time, what would change is that I'd actually have working equipment. I feel like, you know, I'm live and then I throw the stuff in the car, and the next time you see me like fishing, it's basically the next time I'm touching my fishing equipment again. I'm either working or on YouTube, and I'm not on YouTube all the time, but we're pretty busy. I know everyone is, but I'm really busy. Mr. Rogers, welcome in. Let me give you a wrench. I don't know how you don't have a wrench. Well, YouTube's doing that thing. It won't let me click on you again. I'll give it a minute. We've got one small carp, one nice carp in on the ultralight. That was fun. We missed two little nibbles, or had two little nibbles, which were probably the small trout that they stocked here. They're like 9-10 inch trout from what I hear and what I've seen. So yeah, we got another like 40 minutes. Yeah, work's overrated. I know I am not opposed to hard work, but working for someone else is, you know, you're working to make someone else's dream come true, not your own. As long as you got a great boss and you believe in what they're doing, that's fine, and it makes life a whole lot easier because it's a lot of stress off your back. But when that's not the case, it's real tough. I know that's world one problems, but yeah, I thought I had a big old trout. But that was the rod I had corn on, and I had power bait on the other, so I kind of figured it was probably going to be a carp. There's your wrench there, Mr. Rogers. Thanks for coming in this morning. There's Brandon Outdoors. Welcome in, buddy. Good morning. Hope you're doing good. I appreciate you, Mr. Rogers. Thanks for coming in, bud. Every time I see Mr. Rogers, I think of one of our, we had a Mr. Rogers that came up to our Alaskan camp. I don't believe you're the same Mr. Rogers. I know there was a few, but if you are, please tell me. Yeah, that's nice, kayak. That's real nice, man. I've done it both. I've worked for myself, and when we had our fishing lodge before kids, we were just starting to get independent. And yeah, it's real nice. I mean, I like where work and living is just kind of all one thing. It's not really a job. It just becomes like your way of life. I hope the picture's good on your end. It looks good from here. The sun is really subdued by these clouds today. It's not real bright out. But if it looks different to you and you can't see the rods at all, let me know. There's just a fish on the side right here. It must have been a bass chasing a sunfish or something. It's like a big splash and a bunch of little splashes. All right, I didn't think so. I figured you would have said something. But There was an older Mr. Rogers and a younger Mr. Rogers, father son. The son was probably 14, if that, when they came up. That was awesome. That was an awesome trip. They were fun to guide. Comes the geese. You thought you got out, Ray. They drug you back in. All right, John. Have a good day, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Yeah, that is so awesome, Brandon. I'm excited for you, bud. Alaska's a huge spot, man, so don't get tied down to one area. Keep your options open. And when you're up there in the spring, like, just keep in mind each season's different, you know. You get a whole influx of different people for the summer than in the winter, so just kind of keep that, my 2 cents, keep that open. Like, what are you going to do the rest of the year? Work and whatever. And a lot of people work so much in the spring and summer up there, you don't need to do much in winter. And then fuel, heating, electricity, all that stuff costs a lot of money up there, big time, so keep that in your calculation. That's awesome. Yeah, August is, I guess, out where we are in August, the water is at like the lowest. So huge gravel bars to fish off of. You can spot the silvers coming up. That's an awesome time to fish. By then I'm so tired I can't even see straight guiding. But man, we fished a couple weeks hard without guests. And man, fly rods and silver salmon, so much fun. That's awesome, man. That's really awesome. If you're going to hunt up there, you pretty much have to trap too if you're going to try to be self-sufficient. I'm not huge into trapping, but I'm totally like not against it either. And if I lived up there, I would certainly be doing it. Because you're just going to be fighting to survive like every other animal in the woods. Cool, man. Yeah. Trapping's cool. It's a whole nother world. A whole nother world. I don't know how your signals will be. Like, we can never run the YouTube channel up there where we are because it's still no like cellular coverage or anything like that. It's all satellite phone. And even that's shaky. You got to triangulate satellites and all that crap. But I'd still talk about maybe going up there in maybe a summer or two with everybody and then taking like a box of like 100 memory cards for the GoPro and just label them and do one a day and just go out there and film like everything and then put a show together, season in Alaska, like after we come back. I'd have to somehow keep myself afloat that whole year because I wouldn't be able to work. I'd be full-time editing. Be much easier if I could just go up there and go live and be live, but I can't even make a phone call when I need to up there. I think I got to bring that end rod that got hit just to make sure I didn't get stripped. It's not easy to strip power bait, but make sure it's hooked up correctly for the last half an hour. Still looks good. Throw it back out. Yeah, that's awesome, Brandon. Yeah, once you get situated, stay in touch. I got a few contacts up there too. Can certainly share them with you. And oh, is that a hit already? I saw something. That line definitely got hit. And then a fish jumped out that way. Yeah, we're on the Hulitna River out there, Brandon. If you look at a map, we're on the Hulitna. Closest town to us is Sleet Mute. That's the where the Hulitna River drains into the Kuskokwim. And then it goes all the way out to the west coast, all the way out to Bethel, but that's, you know, hundreds of miles. We usually fly in either from Anchorage, or from Anchorage we jump over to Antioch and then come in from Antioch, but we'll see. By the time we get back up there, I'm sure all the villages will be different, and some villages will be like half the people, others will be double the population. They're getting slammed hard up there. All right, Ray, have a good day at work. You don't have to get anything done, you just got to get through it. Definitely, man, definitely. If you got the GoPro, put it on like time lapse, and just run that. I mean, it's gonna be unreal. That's like a whole channel in itself. Literally just run time lapse of your trip up. Just run that on your channel. Update that whenever you can. And then just update with your community tab on your day, like where you stopped to eat, or cool things you saw. I mean, that would be awesome. You're taking a trip, you know, to start a whole new life in a whole new place. A lot of people are going to be interested in that. That's something everybody dreams about doing, but doesn't have the guts to do it. So. or stupidity. One or the other. I don't know what it is, but I'm right there with you. Check the time here. We still got 30 minutes. We're good. We're good. Made good time getting here today. We fish with worms here on Sunday, and we were catching the tiniest little sunfish. It's almost impossible to catch anything in here on worms because these little sunfish just strip you. There is Taco. What's going on, buddy? Good morning. It's a beautiful morning. Too nice to go to work, that's for sure. It's going to be like 70 degrees here. Guess I can't call out sick after I'm live, right? I don't know how I didn't have you as a moderator, Taco, but there's the wrench for you. We caught one nice little carp on the ultralight, so that was fun. Caught him on corn. Thought I had a Mondo trout on for a second, but kind of figured since he hit the corn it was a carp, and it was. It's the first carp I've ever caught out of here. That was fun though. Honestly, I'm more excited to catch that than the trout that are stocked in here. But I am targeting trout. Then again, I brought corn for that. So I guess I kind of targeted that too. Hedged my approach. Come some more geese. What are you up to today, Taco? We have had a couple bites. These trout are so small and they bite so soft. And there's been pretty good fishing pressure here over the last few days and hardly anything caught. And I mean like less than 10 trout caught. Ooh, I just see a hit. What are you healing from? What did I miss? Did I forget? I know, it wasn't you. Somebody was telling me they had hand surgery. It wasn't you though, was it? Did I forget? I hate when my memory, my memory's bad. Breeze is starting to pick up again. kind of protected from the wind where I'm set up, but I think it's hitting my lines out there. I can see all 3 rods moving. Holy crap, man. I don't think I knew that. Wow. Doing all right? I mean, you're up on YouTube at least. That's good. 2 weeks ago. I hope they got it all fixed up for you, man. Scars heal. It's good that they freaking knew what it was, man. Caught that stuff before it took you out. Nice, man, nice. Yeah, I'll keep you in my thoughts, buddy, for sure. Holy cow. Man, never know what people are going through. It's crazy. One of my best friends has been fighting cancer now and he I don't think he's in chat today, but he's been in chat. He's actually been in some of my earlier videos with me. And he's on his 4th chemo treatment, still up in the deer stand hunting. He's got wearing a backpack with his chemo bag in it. And a lot of people don't even know he's sick. He just doesn't tell anyone. But man, he's doing good now. It was real sketchy early on. They didn't know how it was going to turn out, but he had his halfway thing, and they said he was doing real good. But I just saw a text come through that he was in bad shape last night again with a fever. So that's the thing, man. You're sick like that, you get some like minor side thing that hits you when you're down. You gotta watch yourself till you get your strength back. But he said he's doing better this morning. But I'm hoping to do some videos with him again soon. He's a character for sure. 10 years younger than me too. Too young to have all those issues. The fact that I haven't caught any trout here is like making me want to fish even more instead of like wanting to leave. It makes me want to fish even more. I can't not catch a trout here. It's like a mission now. Figure if there's 600 trout swimming around here, one's got to bite, right? Like, it's got to bite. They have to eat, got to be hungry. Hey, there's Leon Life. Good morning, buddy. I guess it's not morning over there, but good morning. It's morning here. Good to see you. Yeah, we could take a nap. It's beautiful out here. I don't know. I haven't. I lost my temperature gauge. I have no idea what the water temp is. I mean, we had last week was pretty cold. It was 40s, and then it's been 60 yesterday. It's gonna be 70 today. Should be prime. They should be feeding. 12:38 in the afternoon. $7:38 here. So we're back to 5-hour difference. All right. We just turned our clocks back this past weekend. So Kevin and I are planning a trip. I don't think it's going to happen this weekend, but it could escalate quickly. We're going to do a Saturday, Sunday, Monday long trip up to New York for Steelhead. I want it to be this weekend or next, to be honest with you. It's going to happen that quickly because I got word that the run is on and they're in thick right now. So I kind of, as uncomfortable as it is sometimes to just up and go, as a guide, I know when your good friend that's on the water says, come and get here now, you got to get there now. You don't come up a week later and be like, oh, I hope it's still good. You got to get there. You don't know what's going to happen the next day. So I'm going to try to get up there. I'm going to go into work and request Monday off, and I'll probably be denied, but I'm going to try. If we get up there, I don't know where we're going to sleep yet. I have no idea where we're going. But I know where we're fishing. I know where we're going to be. And as soon as that sun comes up, I've got 3 holes in mind that we fish for salmon. And the locals told me, oh, once the steelhead come in, this is where you want to be for steelhead. And I haven't forgotten that. And that's exactly where I'm going to go. I just saw Tammy and Ray come in. Good morning, Tammy, Ray. Hope you're doing good. Got another like 12 minutes here, and then I got to roll off to work. We got one carp on the ultralight this morning, which was fun. To go back see what time that was. Probably in about the middle of the stream. We caught that one. We've had a couple little nibbles, but not allowed to put a boat in here. I would love to come out here in the boat, get out in the middle and throw the fly rod around. All right, Taco, get rest, buddy. Keep your healing, man. Keep on healing. I'm glad you're doing good so far. If I catch anything else, I'll make it into a short and put it out later today. Clean up some of my mess. I end this live. I'm literally going to be jogging to the car and driving to work. Fishing is every minute I can. Threw the rest of the corn in. Might as well feed the fishies. I don't think there's a lot of natural food in here for these trout. I don't know how well they're going to overwinter in this body of water. It kind of looks bare and open to hawks and everything else to me. And I can't find any directions on how deep it is, but looking at the terrain here, it doesn't seem like it would be that deep either. We got about 15 minutes. Come on, fishy, fishy. I would love to catch a trout, just to catch one here. Since nobody's catching anything, I'd like to catch just one. Just found somebody's treble hook. That line is way too thick. You're not going to catch a trout on line that thick. Throw that in the box. I'll definitely steal that treble hook. That's perfect size for power bait. $87. Wow, it's warm today. It was already almost 50 degrees when I got here. Yesterday was below freezing, so it feels beautiful. It's going up to 70 today. Crazy weather. Kev doesn't fish in the morning. School pick. Well, Kev's off from school today, believe it or not, but I had to come into the office, so he'll be fishing with his mom at some point today. They're going to get out. She's working from home, so she's going to sneak out for a few hours. So I'm sure he'll be fishing the creek by our house, and then she'll take him to somewhere different to fish for a few hours. He'll get his fishing in. He got the good rod today. I was getting all geared up for today last night. I grabbed a few things, threw it in the car. And then he's like, hey, I'm off from school tomorrow. I'm going to go fishing. I need the good rod. He won a rod at the Derby we haven't picked up yet, so hopefully that's a good rod for him to use. Yeah, he's fun to watch, Tammy. Thank you. Yeah, he's in his element when he's fishing. I would love for him. He wants to film. He always says he wants to film, but then when it comes time to it, he doesn't feel like picking up the camera. He doesn't want to wear the camera, and I don't want to be the person that's like, no, you should do them. Like push him too much. And he wants to fish. He loves fishing. So I'm not going to push him to wear a camera, even though he wants to do it. I want it to be his decision and him to actually do it. I think he's close to doing it, because he was talking about editing the other day, and he wants to start trying to edit his own video. And so you got to shoot your own video first. But he's only 10, so. There's a fish just jumped out there. Yeah, that was, I mean, he's impressive. You know, one trout doesn't sound like much, but when 3 were caught out of 200 people, He wins these things consistently. I mean, not to like toot our own horn, but between him and I think we've lost one derby in like 3 years. Like we win on, at least win one of the categories at least in every one we go to. I mean, it's attention to detail and making sure you have the right line, the right gear, the right rig. But the other half is like the intensity, getting there on time, picking out the right spot, fishing, whether it's slow or fast, like staying on top of it and keep trying when nobody's catching anything. That's what I was most impressed with. And he fished by himself. He didn't even come over with us. He was in a grumpy mood. He just wanted to fish on his own. I was like, I don't care. That's fine. Sometimes you need to do that. And he went on and just sat over there and casted lures for the first like hour and a half and switched to other stuff and then caught the trout. And nobody else was catching. And I thought it was cool. He was like, all right, let's leave. I'm probably going to win. And we literally left halfway through the derby, which was 4 hours in, which is fine, I'm not going to make them fish 8 hours where they're not catching fish. We went and rode bikes and then got the call that he won anyway. So, hey Wendy, good morning. Everybody's good. I'm stuck working today in a few minutes, and Kristen's working from home and the boys are off from school. Election day here in the U.S. So they'll all be having fun today. I don't know how much I try to teach him, Sammy, but he's kind of at the point now where he knows most things. Once in a while he'll be wrong on something. But he's at the point where he's definitely got some of his own techniques that work, obviously, that other people don't even know about. So there's a few things that people could learn from him at this point already. He picks up a lure, doesn't know how it works, just like does what he thinks you're supposed to do with it. And I'll sit there and tell him how to use it, and he'll tell me like why what he does is better. And it's hard to argue when he outfishes me sometimes doing that technique. So a lot of these lures are kind of put out on the market to catch fishermen, not necessarily fish. So time is it here? 8 minutes left. Come on, fishies. I want one more trout. I want a trout today. Thanks, Wendy. He is just 10, so sometimes you still have those behavioral issues, and a lot of the time we have together because of work, it's fishing. So I don't want to be live all the time and not have time to actually teach him things, off camera, especially with discipline stuff. And come on, one trout. There's one trout to bite. Yeah, right, Wendy? Put a delicious spread of food out there for him today. Ooh, that was a big fish jump out there. That looked like a bass. That was a nice morning out here. I was thrilled to catch that one carp. That was awesome. Nothing's guaranteed this time of year. The fishing is not great this time of year over here. Things just kind of shut down. Hey, Tinkerbell, just about to pack it up, but welcome back. I'm gonna give it another minute or two, and then I gotta start packing up. Gotta get my day started here. Go get some of that nasty company coffee and get to work. Yeah, I'm going to end it in just a couple minutes. Been live an hour and a half, which was pretty much what I was targeting. I have to be out of here in 5 minutes to work on time. But I want to still have holding hopes out to catch a trout in the last 2 minutes here, so I don't want to reel in until I absolutely have to. I've got everything else packed up, so should be able to make it in one trip to the car. But thanks for coming in. Thanks everybody for coming in. Enjoyed the stream today. It was a nice chat. Wanted to sit back and chat a little bit more. Yesterday I was doing a lot of casting. I miss chat when I do that. Don't apologize, Tinkerbell. You don't have to apologize. That's fine. Nobody lives on YouTube or shouldn't live on YouTube. I'm going to try to keep these morning streams going. I don't know. Definitely can do them Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm not sure about Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Soon they're going to be stocking the lake real close to our house. So for sure then we'll be doing them again. And that's probably maybe next week. If not next week, it's the week after. And then we'll definitely be doing live streams like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the morning like this. But with Kevin and out for trout. So keep watching your notifications, I guess. If you got our notification bell on, we'll be popping up doing these quick morning sessions here before work. A little coffee, a little fishing, a little sunrise. Got the long video coming out Friday. Try to put the long video out every Friday, and we'll keep doing that. And we'll be popping up live somewhere this weekend. Like I said, we could even be on a big trip up to New York for Steelhead, but we'll have to see if the stars align for that trip. And then we've got me and my older boy going out buck season right after Thanksgiving, 4 days after Thanksgiving. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So we'll be popping up live from the deer stand each day, and then we'll do a night live like from the hotel room or wherever we're staying to kind of fill you in on how the day went. We may live stream from the blind, just like a peaceful stream showing the woods and the squirrels and stuff. We won't be able to talk too much, but if we have a good view and we think it's worthwhile, we might set it up. At least give you a couple hours. We'll see. Yeah, that's right, James. Welcome in, buddy. James and I used to start lots of days this way back in high school. Remember starting lots of days fishing before school. They were the best days, too. I'm down by Ambler and Lock Ash, James. Lock Ash Reservoir. They stocked it with trout last week. I already got a little carp guts on me, so I'm gonna smell nice going into the office in about 2 minutes here. Just starting to pack up actually. I've got 1 minute and I have to reel and run. Are you driving? You out on the road? I gave you the moderator wrench, but you don't have to do anything. I didn't want you to feel left out because you're not in blue. None of the people that moderate for me have to moderate. I don't expect anyone to come in and do a job. Just do it for convenience. If you want to share yourself out, you can just do it, because I'm usually too busy or inept to do it. But I also don't expect you to have to. There's no obligation to do anything. We're just fishing, for God's sake. I better start reeling in here. We caught one little carp today on the ultralight. No trout. Middle rod looked like I was getting tapped when I was reeling in. No last minute trout. Hey, Fred. Yeah, you know what? You told me that the kind of day you had here kind of made me want to try even harder. Add you as a wrench here. Give you a wrench. Buddy Big, DC, Outdoors. DC's been helping me out with my watch hours big time. Super appreciate you, buddy. I'm trying to get the watch hours up. We're up to 76 needed this morning. Went back like 5 hours. YouTube's crazy, but still a lot better than where we were 3 days ago. So I'm going to keep going live as much as I can over the next week, and basically till we hit it. I want to get it done, and then just focus on not putting too much junk out there and trying to really get quality stuff in front of you. But I like to be fishing live. Unless I have a good topic to talk about, I'm more comfortable doing the live while we're fishing, so I'm going to try to keep doing that. But if you guys got ideas and things you want to see me do, or questions, hit me up with feedback, comment on my videos, throw it in the community tab. I can certainly consider it and add it to our format. But yeah, let me go back over here. I don't want to miss anything in chat, but I really got to head out. I got to get to work. I fished up to the last second that I really had available, so I'm not late for work. Yeah, buddy, my kids are home from school today too. My wife's going to stay home with them, and they may fish. So I got the backup rod today. Kev got the Goodyear. Yeah, watch time is hard. I appreciate it, DC. It is. It's very hard. Everyone's busy. I mean, you come into the channel, you want to keep tabs on people, but I mean, it's a lot of time to go like watching long videos, and so I really want to keep concentrating on making a video that people really want to watch. And if you can make that happen, I mean, you get 1 or 2 big videos, you get halfway there. But you know, I'm also not going to be fake. I'm going to do my own thing. So, buddy said I hardly done any fishing at all. Looking forward to my big ice fishing trip in January. Oh man, that sounds awesome. All right, man, keep me in the loop on this ice fishing trip. But until I get monetized, I need to keep this crappy job I got. Peace out, y'all. Got to get to work.